everybody, welcome back. This is Words and Other Good Ideas. This is a super exciting day because today I get to talk about a book which is really good and I'm really hyped about it because it is my first 10 big 10s, 10 out of 10 review. This book is the Book of Joby by Mark J. Ferrari, which is a great name. Didn't even, just on top of everything, it's all piling up. This is a book which is based on the biblical story of Job. The Book of Job is from the Old Testament, and in classic biblical style, it's like 3 pages long. God and the devil make a wager that the Lucifer can turn Job away from his faith and get him to renounce God. And God's like, yeah, test him, do as you will unto him. So the devil's like throwing loads of stuff his way, tormenting him for most of his life, and it's all to try and get him to turn away from God and Christianity and renounce his faith and do works of evil. But Job remains true to his faith, and it all turns out sort of alright in the end, although most people tend to think that it's a bit of a dick move on God's part. Anyway, so here we go. This is the Book of Joby. It's a bit of a hefty one, I'm not going to lie to you. It's quite large. He's taken those 3 biblical pages and he's run with them, he's added a lot of stuff. But every single page is really good. There is so much going on, and it's really well written, and it's just super enjoyable, and I love it, and I'm going to tell you why right now. Okay, so basically, the book opens with Lucifer and God, and also Gabriel, the Archangel Gabriel, sitting round on Earth in corporeal form, just sort of chilling out, and then Lucifer's like, I've got an idea, and God says, I know what's coming, and then Lucifer proposes the wager, the classic wager, I'm going to try and turn someone from their faith, turn someone against you, and God's like, not this again, and they sort of agree, and they agree on really dodgy terms. So if God wins, then Lucifer has to sort of halt his evil machinations. He's got to stop promoting war or pushing violence to the forefront in various countries and that type of thing. And it sounds big, but it's not that major. But if God loses the wager, he's agreed that he will allow Lucifer to remake creation, all of creation, according to his own sort of decisions, basically. So it's high stakes and it's a bit risky. And Gabriel sat there listening to these terms, and he's going, what? Are you serious? We can't have these terms. It's too much of a risk. And God's like, dude, chill out, Gabriel, I've got this, it's fine. And Lucifer sort of feels like there's something amiss, but he can't work it out, so he's keen, and he's like, yeah. So then they choose the candidate, and obviously the candidate is the one that Lucifer is going to throw all the forces of hell at, and God chooses him, and the candidate is Joby, who is a 9-year-old boy, and that's basically it. That's the introduction, and then the book starts, and it's Joby, and he's 9 years old, and he's having, demons circling him, and loads of stuff's just not going his way, and we follow his life and the decisions that he makes and everything that he suffers, and you see what happens in the end. This book is ridiculous because I don't want you guys to think that it's supremely religious or preachy or trying to convert people. It's not. What I think this book is showing the best side of Christianity, which is just the promotion of core beliefs of kindness and generosity, and very, very little of the sort of organised religious side of religion, if that makes sense. So that's a super good side to this book. It's also, obviously a really, really deep exploration of the impact that suffering can have and the importance of sort of remaining strong and, keeping to ideals and core beliefs and not straying to the path of evil when faced with adversity. There's also, a hefty amount of love chucked in, and friendship. But there are also moments, as I'm saying it sounds like it's really, heavy and thick and ugh. But no, it's like there are moments of real lightheartedness and hilarious witticisms. I remember God says this line once to Lucifer. He says, "Lucifer, my patience may be infinite, but it doesn't really extend much beyond that." I just laughed for a really long time. We probably had to be there. Anyway, so it's got every level. It hits every level. It's deep and impacting, and then all the way up to light-hearted and funny and just fast paced. And I literally zipped through it. I mean, I didn't read it as fast as I would have because Pokemon Go came out, so it actually took me like 4 days. But I literally would have read it in one day if it weren't for Pokemon Go. There's another reason that I really like this book, because I have a deep affinity / love for everything related to the legend of King Arthur and Camelot. And the boy Joby, the 9-year-old boy Joby, in this book also has a deep affinity for Arthur and Camelot and Lancelot and Guinevere. And so that really spoke to me as well. I really enjoyed that aspect of the book. And it's just magical. It's just really good. And there's, there is a bit of magic in it, obviously. There's enjoyable, hellish rages from Lucifer, and there's really good sort of omniscient, prescient, wise sayings from God, which I just really enjoyed. And sort of witty allusions to history as well. There's stuff about the dinosaurs, just very, very briefly, which I just found really funny. And I just cannot recommend this book enough. It's just one of the best things that I've read in a really, really long time. And I'm really excited to give it the Big Tens. Big Tens, yay! So that's all I have to say, but I would talk about this book for a really long time. So as always, feel free to send me a message or to comment or anything. Like, share. I'm going to put it in a playlist for 10 out of 10 books, and it's just going to be the only one there for ages because nothing else is going to measure up. So stay tuned for more coming soon.